What it do, people? I'm back. We got a little recipe joint that we doing today. So it's our first time making jam. So we're making some strawberry jam. It's our first time. Ooh, look at the light. Y'all see all our cereal? We got 2 boxes of open cereal. That's how you know we're not struggling, okay? That's how you know. That's a sign, okay? But anyways, we're going to take you step by step through making these strawberry jam jars, okay? All right. Make sure you don't have no green on your strawberries, okay? No green on your strawberries. So we cutting the strawberries. We actually freshly picked these earlier today. Fresh picked, literally fresh picked. So we cutting off the green parts, and then we're gonna wash them off because they are fresh picked, and then we're gonna take you on the next step when we get there. Okay, so while she's cutting up those good old strawberries, we gotta have 7 cups of sugar, okay? 1 pack of your favorite unflavored gelatin, or you can use pectin if you have regular just pectin. Couldn't find that in the store, so we had to get the gelatin. And then that's the sugar, okay? Non-GMO, Food Lion brand, granulated sugar, okay? Food Lion, please come sponsor us. Me, at least our groceries, at least my snacks. Thanks. So yeah, we're gonna do 7 cups of sugar, 1 packet of this gelatin in this right here pot. Then we're gonna add the strawberries and then we're gonna mash them, okay? So we're gonna get to that, but let's go ahead and get this sugar in. We got about 1/4 to 1/3. I like to do 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. That way, it has some pretty good flavor. So we got 1/3 cup of lemon juice. We're gonna go ahead and put that in the bottom of the bowl. And then we're gonna mash the strawberries 1 layer at a time. It's real important to go 1 layer at a time into the mixture. That's just lemon juice as of now. Is we're gonna take the sugar and pectin mix, okay? It's already on the stove in the pot. Now what we're gonna do is just add the lemon and strawberry mix, okay? So that's all we're gonna do. And then after that's added, gonna spoon it all together, mix it up good. And then after it's mixed, we turn on the heat. All right, and then basically, if you do the sugar first like that, when you stop hearing the scraping of the spoon against that sugar on the sides and the bottom, that's when you really incorporate it all. So now that we don't hear that anymore, all right, now that we don't hear it anymore, we're gonna go ahead and turn on that heat and get it to a low boil. All right, so we're currently getting ready to make sure the jars are nice and sterilized. But one thing to remember is to make sure that you keep stirring this. You don't want it to, you know, get real grimy at the bottom and start sticking to the sides or anything. You just want to make sure that you have this being a real nice, easy consistency. You kind of know what you. Okay, so we got the strawberries. They're heating up real good. Okay, so that's one half of it, and then you gotta have your jars. Okay. Like to heat your jars up, make sure that they're prepared for the heat. Sterilizing them a little bit, you know, make sure that they're prepared for the heat of the boiling hot strawberries that's going to go in later on. If you're canning, it's very important that you know that your jars can take the heat. I mean, if you buy mason jars, like the brand name, ball mason jars, you know, usually help because those are pretty tried and true. But, you know, so yeah. We just had a really good bubble over here. Maybe another one will come, you know? Maybe another bubble. You want to do that again? You want to do that again? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's real fast right there. That happened real quick. And it's over. Alright, so as you can see, we have switched pots. That is because, as I said, you want it on a low boil. About 5 seconds after I stopped recording that little pop bubble that happened, it overflowed. It was everywhere. Just cleaned it up. Have a new stain on the eye. That, you know, once we finish this, you're gonna have to, you know, knock that out. But yeah. So that's why we said low boil, because you don't want it to overflow. It feels like syrup on the side of the other pot and on the bottom now. Gonna have to wash that off like expeditiously. Yeah. So make sure you stir it so it doesn't do that. Follow the instructions, please. All right, so after it comes to a boil, you know, if you can get it to boil for about 1 minute of bubbles, basically. You want about 1 minute of bubbles, and then you want to take it off of the heat. When you take it off the heat, you're gonna want to get this little white stuff, this foam on the top. You want to get that off, okay? Get that off the top, and then we're gonna put them in the jars. I'm telling you, it's simple. Put them in the jars like that. All right. Okay, as you can see, this is getting hot again. Okay, so we're gonna watch it. Next thing, you're gonna want to get a little red Solo cup, just like this one. You know, simple. This is gonna fit inside of a mason jar real well. Okay, and you're gonna want to pour this mixture into the cup, but the cup's gonna have a hole in it, and that's gonna be going into the jar. Okay, that's gonna be your funnel. You ain't gotta go buy a funnel. If you don't have a funnel, you don't need one. Alright, so now we got the jars ready, okay, and all we're doing, while it's still at a super low boil, so it doesn't boil over, as you can see, it got really close by the foam level. Scooping off that top layer of foam, okay? I mean, some people keep it. I mean, I think it's kind of disgusting to see in your fridge. So yeah, I mean, I like to get it off. But then also, we decided, instead of using our Solo cup to get the mixture into the jars, we're gonna use, like, you know, the measuring cup, like the glass measuring cup. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do to get that. So we're almost done with this, and then we're gonna just go straight into canning. All right, great. Once you get about right here, that's usually a good spot to, you know, kind of decide if you want to keep pulling out strawberry pieces or not. You know, so yeah, so that's about all we're gonna do right there. Okay, so she decided to taste the foam that we just discussed. We didn't want. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
It was sweet. I liked it personally.
Okay, so we're gonna go right on back to this right here. It's it's still a little simmer, so that's gonna be real good. We got our water in our other pot. We went ahead and cleaned it while we were working, so that we can have the water to make sure that we can bring the cans to a boil after we finish putting it in the jars. And so we're gonna go ahead and start with that process. All right. Recipe can make like 8 to 9 jars. It just depends. I think with the boil over that we had and a little bit longer of the boil time that we did have is gonna bring it down a little bit to closer to 8, a little bit less than 8 maybe. But yeah, so this is how you fill it up. Like to use things that can withstand that heat though. Okay, I want to use things that can withstand that heat. All right, and your final step is going to be to bring water to a boil in a pot with these jars within them, okay? This is going to help pressurize the jars and seal them up real good. And they can be stored for, about, I think, up to like a year and a half maybe. Daisy's probably going to be giving some of these away. And yeah, so this is how you make strawberry jam. We'll have a little taste after we finish. So that'll probably be like tomorrow when they cool off and everything. But yeah, all right. So we'll see y'all later. All right, and so now we have officially finished the process of making it, and Daisy's gonna get a taste. Okay. She says she looked hurt, so she's not gonna get her face on video. But this is first taste. Okay. Listen for the reaction. Listen for the reaction.
It's sweet and good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Well, that's been our little recipe. Y'all can do it if you want to, or you could choose not to. It is what it is.